Alright guys, we have this picture for my brother. He likes Avril Lavigne, and he got this picture for his birthday, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 part thing, and he wanted it mounted. So I got some 1/4 inch MDF that I'm going to cut to size and try and mount this onto it so that he can hang it on the wall. I figured the MDF would be pretty stable and a consistent finish and not be too heavy to hang on the wall. First thing I'm going to do is measure them. I determined that the best way would be like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we'll have a little scrap piece right here to test the glue, different types of glue, to see what will make this glossy paper stick. What I'm going to do first is mark it, and then cut it in a strip, and then cut another strip so that we get all the pieces cut consistently. I'm going to cut a bunch of pieces like this consistently on the table saw. I'm going to check this one, that way I could dial it in perfect. Looks just a little bit big. Just a little bit big, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit before I cut the other ones. That's a really close fit. I'm going to go with that and cut the rest of the boards. Now this last piece is short, so it's just going to get one made out of it, like this. It'll have a little extra up top. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same for the other board. Now I'm going to use this piece of scrap that was left over to try and get the height of the image. Gonna cut it a little bit big and then shrink it down. That is a tiny bit too big. Gonna shrink it down. Just a little bit. Check it. That I think is a pretty good fit. Maybe just a hair more. That looks perfect. Alright, here's my stack. They should all be the same because I cut them all without moving the fence. I made all the cuts without moving the fence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Now I'm going to spray the edges white because the picture is mainly white. So I'm going to spray the edges white, a little bit in, and the edges, and let that dry. Pretty sure since the ends are so porous, this is going to take 2 coats. I got the first coat on all 9 pieces, plus 4 tiny pieces, so that I could test the adhesion. Once it dries, I'm going to hit the edges with a bit of sandpaper, because it's kind of got a little burr on it, some of them. And then spray it one more time. And then I'm going to test a piece. I'm going to cut that paper and then test a piece with this Loctite spray adhesive. See if that holds. If not, I'll move on to something else. So this is the boards. I sprayed them all 3 times. Basically 3 times. They look a little bit still. MDF takes a lot of paint. Looks like I missed a couple spots. But we got some of this Loctite spray adhesive. We're gonna just test a piece on there, see how well it sticks. Alright, so we have this piece right here. We're gonna test the spray adhesive, see how well it sticks on there. I also have this roller. Let's see. So this says for permanent adhesion, supposed to apply it to both surfaces, let dry for 10 minutes, and then stick them together. And it says for porous material to do it while wet. So I'm going to spray both of them, let them sit for 10 minutes, and then spray the MDF again and apply it. So I'm gonna let that sit for 10 minutes. So it's been 10 minutes. Slightly tacky. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this one again, because it says to apply wet to porous materials. Not gonna worry about, I guess I'll line up the corner right here just to see if it's hard to do. Then I'm going to use the foam or the rubber roller. I'm going to let that sit and see how well it adhered. Okay, this has probably been about 3 hours. I just went to the store and came back. Let's see. Focus. Looks like it pulls up a little bit, but it's pretty sticky. I think that'll work because it's not going to be touched. It's going to be hanging on the wall. So I'm not going to test anything else because that's really good. I'm just going to go ahead and do the same with the big pieces that I did with this. I actually probably should have bought another can. So that's what I'm going to do. Trim off any extra. I shouldn't have any extra, but should turn out good. So I'm going to do next. Okay, here I have 6 laid out, ready to spray and then sit for 10 minutes and then adhere to the board. And it's kind of dark in here because I shut the door because I didn't want any wind blowing, and I don't have lights yet. Now I'm going to wait 10 minutes. So it's been 10 minutes. I'm going to spray the MDF boards again and then stick on these. So hopefully I don't mess up. So I am fairly new to this. I guess that's that. It's a little bit off on this corner, but there's no moving it. If you get any adhesive on there, you can kind of rub it off. There it is. It's all done. The adhesive needs to set for a couple days probably. Then I'll hang it on my brother's wall. Hope you like Avril Lavigne.